Okay, guys, what we're going to do Monday and Tuesday this week is review ratios, and then you're going to take that ratio test on Wednesday. And your test on Wednesday is going to be very similar to these problems. So we're going to walk through a couple, then you have them as a formative for today. You're going to have another formative on Tuesday. So ratios. Some key things you need to remember with ratios is to always use WKU. You're going to write it in words, then fill in the numbers you know, and then fill in the unknown to figure it out. Remember to put your ratios in simplest form and pay attention to words and labels. Remember that the numbers have to match the words. So here's an example. We need the ratio of reindeer to snowmen below. Write it in simplest form. So I'm going to count my reindeer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm going to count my snowmen. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my words are deer to men, I'll say. What do I know? I know that I have 6 deer and 4 men. Now I can put 6 over 4 into simplest form by dividing each by 2 over 2, and I get 3 halves. So the ratio of deer to snowman is 3 to 2. 3, 2, 2. So I have 3 snowmen, 3 deer, 3 reindeer for every 2 snowmen. There we go. 3 reindeer to every 2 snowmen. That would be the ratio in simplest form. This one talks about the ratio of Avery's income to Violet's income. Okay, so Avery's income to Violet's income is 9 to 4. If Avery's income is $1,800, what is Violet's income? We also want to know how much greater is Avery's income. So I'm telling you to use WKU to solve and show your work. Don't forget to label. So what we should be doing here, WKU. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Avery and Violet. What do I know? I know the ratio is 9 to 4. What is my U? What is unknown? Well, I know Avery makes $1,800, but I need to figure out Violet. So what I need to ask myself here is how can I get from 9 to 1,800? Well, in your calculator, if you punched in 1,800 divided by 9, you would get 200. 9 times 200 is 1,800. Therefore, I need to multiply my denominator by 200. 4 times 200 is 800. So Avery makes $1,800. Violet makes $800. Therefore, when I subtract those, I'm going to get $1,000. So Avery's income is greater than Violet's by $1,000. So that's how you would solve that one. Okay, our next problem says, for a class celebration, Remy decided to make 15 grilled cheese sandwiches, 13 bowls of pasta salad, and 8 brownies for the class. What is the ratio of grilled cheese sandwiches to other items, excluding grilled cheese sandwiches made by Remy? Now, that word excluding means without. So we're not including grilled cheese sandwiches into the other items. So that should tell you that you need to do something. Okay? Write your answer in simplest form, show your work, and label. So the first thing you should be doing is writing down grilled cheese, pasta, brownie. How many of each do you have? 15, 13, 8. Now, when it says it wants the ratio of grilled cheese sandwich to other items, not including grilled cheese. So that would be grilled cheese. These would be your other items. Okay, I'm going to let you figure the rest of that out. And then you should have your answer in simplest form. And then we have this next question. In the 6th grade, there were 88 students total. 43 of them are boys. What is the ratio of the number of girls to the number of boys in the 6th grade? Again, you should be setting this ratio up in words, filling in what you know. Then you should ask yourself, how many girls are there? How can you figure that out? How can you figure that out? Okay? So think about an operation you may have to use. Here's an equivalency table that you need to fill in the ratios that are missing. Here's an example. So 6 to 12 is there, 12 to 24 is there, and then 24 was given. 48 is what I figured out. So you should set up equivalent ratios to figure this out. So I have 12 over 24, right? That was known, and I knew my unknown was 12. So known, 12 to 24. My unknown was 24. Then I would ask myself, how do I get from 12 to 24? I would have to multiply by 2. If I multiply 12 by 2, I have to multiply 24 by 2. Then that's where the 48 comes in. Then you're going to need to do that for to complete the rest of the table. Our next one says, for every 4 erasers Denny buys, Cindy buys 12. If Denny bought 20 erasers, how many erasers will Cindy buy? Show your work using WKU and label. So you're going to need to set it up. Denny to Cindy. Denny buys how many? Cindy buys how many? Then what am I finding out? Denny has 20. So then you need to figure out how many Cindy has. Here we have, in an ocean, there are 120 jellyfish and 60 seahorses. What is the ratio of seahorses to jellyfish? Write your answer in simplest form. So I have this set up for you. You would have to do words, what you know, and then don't forget to simplify it. So you would maybe need to find what? GCF, greatest common factor, would help you simplify. So that would be a birthday cake. Or you would have to list factors. Okay? So Matt takes 10 minutes and 10 seconds to cover a certain distance hiking, and his friend Vern takes 12 minutes to cover the same distance. What is the ratio of time in seconds? That's really important, guys. In seconds taken for Vern compared to the time taken by Matt. Express your ratio in simplest form, and I'm telling you here, there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. Show your work and use WKU. So you would have to set that. First thing you need to do is convert all the time to seconds. So you have this. You need to put into seconds, and then you have 12 minutes that would need to be put into seconds. Then you can compare them with their names, fill in what you know, and then you should know from there how long, like showing the comparison, like a greater than or less than symbol. Okay. Then we have, there are 48 people sitting at a coffee shop. Out of the 48 people, only 18 are drinking coffee. The rest are waiting for their order. What is the ratio of number of people who are drinking coffee compared to the number of people who are waiting for their order? Express your ratio in the simplest form. Be sure to show all your work and don't forget to label. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, how can you figure out who is waiting? Then you should set up in words and what you know, reduce and simplify if needed. The last one here says, to bake a red velvet cake, Violet uses flour, sugar, and eggs in the ratio of 12 to 8 to 4. Violet only has 2 eggs with her. How many cups of flour and sugar will she need to bake the cake? Use WKU to solve all your work. So you should be having words, and you have 3 here, right? What do you know about it? Then what is the one unknown you do know, and how would you get there to solve? Okay, so those are example problems that are very similar to the test you're going to take on Wednesday. So you're going to complete formatives to solve these today and tomorrow. And then we'll go over some on the live lesson too. Okay, thanks guys.